Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for February 2026. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in, Aquarius. If you are new to my channel, I'm going to do your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your full Celtic cross spread. And then we'll break it down and pull more cards. We'll break it down week by week. We'll talk about other aspects, all right? And then the second spread. Now, Aquarius, listen, we're here. First, happy birthday. I did tell you that this is going to be the most unforgettable birthday season that you've had in your lifetime. Yes, in your lifetime, because we're here in February 2026. But also, on a scale from 1 to 10 in terms of the changes that you're about to experience, a lot of y'all already did, right? It's like a 20, all right? So I hope you're having a great birthday season. And again, welcome to the gateway for our brand new era, the birth of our new world. This month, February, by the way, it's so big, it's going to help define the future of the 21st century. January, as you know, was the cracking of the egg. February is your first breath in your new reality. Or gasp. Or scream, or cheer, whatever it is. You do you. You do you anyway, Aquarius. That's what you're known for. But I want you to get excited, all right? You made it to the Saturn-Neptune conjunction that's happening at 0 degrees. Aries, it's the world axis. It's the creator degree, and it's an aspect that has not happened in modern human history. As you know, it's been thousands of years, meaning, yes, we are the first to experience it. And it's so major, it is a reality shift. It's a frequency shift. And remember, it's a cycle. It's a conjunction. So next 30 years, right? But the other thing is, everybody's talking. Everybody's been talking about this, right? It's been like astrologers that are in their 60s, 70s. They've been watching this month for decades. That's how big this is, okay? Just as big as the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction that happened at 0 degrees Aquarius in December 2020. Think about how much your life changed since, and that's a 20-year cycle. Anyway, what makes it very rare is the fact that the orbit of these planets allow them to precisely align at this extremely narrow window for an exact conjunction at 0 degrees Aries, which would be the very first degree in the very first sign in the zodiac. Therefore, the beginning of the beginning, the great reset, the great collapse, the great awakening. February isn't a month. It's your last glance back at your old world, your old self, as you truly began your, to create your new reality. So I did a whole video in Saturn Neptune as part of the Prism portal. Okay, that rare grand trine. That's what makes it extra rare, right? All the outer planets aligning and aspecting for the next few years. So what you can expect for the next few 2 years for you, Aquarius, I'll leave it at the end of this video. But just know this is going to have a significant impact on your life because, you know that there's an eclipse in your sign as well. So here's the thing. If you're a subscriber, you will remember me saying every month, every week for about a year to take inspired action and put yourself where you want to be by February 2026. Every week I said, wax on, wax off. I said, put in the work. I said, out with the old, in with the new. Everything's about to change. Saturn turns your dreams into reality. Yeah, Neptune dissolves your old structures and systems. So you are entering a brand new epoch. And actually last summer, remember Saturn and Neptune were together last summer. So you got a preview of what's to come, right? Last summer, I launched my website, greatawakener.com, to prepare you for this exact moment because I've seen what's to come for the next few years. And you and everyone, we're all on this brink of change, moving into this great paradigm shift. Your reality will shift, okay? You're about to experience enormous change. You'll be adapting to a lot more change this month. And February, obviously, is more than this conjunction. And I did a video on the astrology overview. I'll leave that at the end of this video as well. You're welcome, Aquarius, for February. But I said I've never seen a month like February 2026, okay? And it's not just the aspects, it's how they are perfectly and suspiciously placed throughout the month, as if carefully designed, as if something cosmically divine played a role in preparing you to leave everything behind for your new you. Okay? So, 3 big themes about February that's gonna stand out for you, Aquarius. I already told you we're entering eclipse season, okay? An eclipse in your sign, our sign, if you're new. I am an Aquarius. And so eclipses, as you know, bring the unexpected, and they're game changers too. Almost all the planetary aspects this month are with Uranus, the planet of the unexpected and change, and your modern ruler. And 3, the majority of all the aspects and alignments are going to be with Chiron, the wounded healer, and the North Node. So expect change, expect the unexpected, expect to heal old wounds to make room for destined life events. And not everything's on the whiteboard, as always. And yes, there is a lot more on the back, okay? The party's in the back. That's where you're gonna see, all right? And we're not gonna go through everything here, okay? Especially the first week. We'll talk about next week in your weekly forecast, but and some when we break it down week by week. But Sunday, February 1st, you got to know this one, the full moon in Leo, all right? 13 degrees. So as soon as you begin the month, Aquarius, you're already releasing. Yeah. Full moons, as you know, bring completion. They're major turning points. They're emotional. But there's something about this one that feels joyful. I mean, it's in Leo, right? This full moon lets you fully express your authentic self with confidence. It's Leo, okay? And so that's you, Aquarius, right? You are your authentic self. That's what Aquarians are known for, embracing their individuality. This is turning the spotlight on you. And there's going to be a spotlight on partnerships and relationships, okay? So expect some energy, activity around that. Love, business partners, contracts, and agreements. We'll talk about it in your weekly forecast, okay? But Leo is the heart, and there is great passion here, all right? So, and by the way, keep in mind, we are still in Aquarius season, but the first week, we still have 5 planets in our sign, okay? Until February 6th, including Pluto. So, as full moons do, they illuminate, but then you've got all this energy in your sign. So, revelation, secrets coming to the surface, truths coming to the surface. Yeah. All right. And if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising sign or your moon, or for your, business partner, Orlando, okay? Or your husband, Florida. Fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. You're going to feel this one the most, yeah? If you have any planets in your natal chart, 11 to 15 degrees in any other signs, well, those planets are going to be impacted. You're going to feel it the most. Now, another thing that's happening is Tuesday, February 3rd. Yep. Uranus goes direct. Yep. 27 degrees. Remember, when Uranus moves. You're going to feel this, okay? Uranus is your ruler. Uranus is the sky god, the god of surprises, the planet of the unexpected and breakthroughs and revelations and shocks to the system. Wake-up calls. So you will feel it's in Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus. It's going to shake the ground under your Crocs. All right. So the big thing, remember, Uranus wants you to shake things up, to be innovative, shake up your routines, try new things, because this is going to take you a little bit out of your comfort zone. All right. And rules your 4th house. So a lot of energy around home and family, significant other, real estate. Are you buying a place? Are you selling a place? Are you moving? So keep that in mind. That's, yeah. But here's the thing. A lot of y'all are actually going to love this because Uranus went retrograde September 6th. And then, like every other planet went retrograde pretty much. But this is, Uranus is progress. Uranus is forward momentum. You like it when Uranus is direct, okay? Depending on what sign it's in. But anyway, well, and Uranus is moving into Gemini in April for the next 8 years, and you will really love that. But also, other than home and family, yeah, maybe finances as well. All right, so there may be some activity around that. The other thing is that February 6th, Mercury will move into Pisces. We'll talk about this in your weekly forecast, but you see all the planets are going to be leaving your sign, right? Mercury's leaving your sign, moving into Pisces. You see Venus is going to do the same thing. And so we're going to eventually have a stellium in Pisces that rules your second house of income, salary, finances, as well as like self-worth, self-value, and, things that you value, material possessions as well, and food. You might have a lot of like food moments. Anyway. Pisces is a little too new age for Mercury. He's like, well, I'm super rational. I need facts and logic. And Pisces is just, dreamer energy. But, the higher mind, very spiritual. It takes time for Mercury to acclimate here, but he learns how to be, compassionate and soulful. Like, he is going to learn how to play that saxophone. But listen, here's the thing. I always say Mercury and Pisces. If you've ever met someone who has Mercury and Pisces in their chart, it's like poetry in motion. Yeah. And so it is, I don't mind it. It just might bring a little bit of confusion and everything that I just mentioned. Okay. But then, Venus moving in there does help. So it's a great time to like write down your daydreams, make them real dreams, speak your creative ideas into the ether, things like that. All right. Now, we'll talk about Venus square Uranus. That's happening Sunday, February 8th. I just want you to know, remember I said most of the planetary, like planet to planet aspects will be with Uranus, okay? And the reason why this matters for you and only you and Taurus is the fact that all the planets will be in your sign when they square Uranus and Taurus. And Uranus is your ruler. There's a little bit of a double lightning bolt here, okay? So this can bring a little bit of, chaos and, things like that. It surprises and the unexpected. But also, I actually like these squares. And I'm going to tell you why when we break them down. But it's like this one, Venus square Uranus. Here's the thing. Yes, this is like breakups, okay? Venus is love, right? But also money. Uranus and Taurus, that is a finance sign. So Venus is in your sign. So you might have a big breakthrough in terms of making money, earning money, or getting a promotion, whatever it is. Like, that's what I'm saying. This one in particular, Venus in your sign, squaring Uranus and Taurus, you got mutual reception. Venus is Taurus's ruler. Uranus is your ruler. They're hosting each other. So I think there's some really great things that can happen around this time. But just so you know, it is, typically when Venus squares Uranus, 1 million people around the world turn to their partner and say, I think we're better as friends. It's that kind of energy. Anyway, it'll surprises, right? I expect that expected. Life is like a box of chocolates. Now, and of course, you and Taurus and all the other fixed signs are going to feel it the most. I'm going to throw in Libra too. Now, Tuesday, February 10th, that's when Venus moves into Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces. We love this. We had a long stretch of Venus in Pisces exalted earlier last year, but remember, we had like triple retrogrades, and so I think you're really going to get to feel what Venus in Pisces is like this time around. And it's so fun. And she does her best in Pisces, okay? And drives forth that compassion and romanticism and empathy. It's just like so much pleasure. It's like the kissy emoji and clouds and etc. So very, very nice. And Venus is going to be here with Mercury all month. Yeah. So there will be some focus, not only on relationships and love and money, but for you, money. Money. Okay. You've got all these squares with Uranus and Taurus, the sign of finances. Yeah. And then you've got Venus, the planet of money, in Pisces that rules your second house of money. All right. And by the way, the North Node conjunctions, there's 3 of them that are going to happen this month. And they're in Pisces, obviously. So money. The big money month for you, because obviously that brings in the South Node in Virgo in your 8th house. Money. Big money month. All right. Now, and this is great for creativity, by the way. If you're an artist or singer or, dancer or saxophone player, you're going to be so inspired. Thursday, February 13th. Here you go. Saturn moving into Aries. Now, you experienced this May 24th to September 1st last year. And Neptune was there too. Saturn and Neptune were together. Yep. So you got that glimpse. Everything felt different last summer, didn't it? Than the first half of the year, the last half of the year. So what change did you experience or feel when it came to leadership and ownership? What bold new ventures did you initiate? You especially, this is your 3rd house that Aries rules. Yeah. And Saturn's your traditional ruler. You felt this. 3rd house is, you having a megaphone. It's communication. It's branding yourself. Yeah. What new business did you? The 3rd house is launching businesses. It's getting LLCs. It's signing things. It's creative writing projects and PR, advertising, everything like in the realm of communication and writing, and also travel. A lot of y'all were traveling. Y'all have fun. Yeah. There may have been some activity with siblings, distant relatives as well. Maybe your local community you got a lot more involved in. Maybe you ran for mayor, whatever it is. Like, this is Saturn and Aries, right? So this is you redefining your identity, reinventing yourself, man. Because Aries is the I am of the zodiac, the emperor in tarot. You became a boss, an authority. You embraced more discipline. You had 0 tolerance. You probably set up meaningful boundaries. Maybe you took on a lot more responsibility as well. You could have felt, impatient. Saturn likes things slow and steady. Aries doesn't. But either way, you could have learned a lot. Saturn, remember, is karma as well. You did the work. Saturn rewarded you. And you got unfinished business. Yeah. So this is it. Okay. Last summer was a preview. Here you are. Main feature and your life lessons that are going to be in your 3rd house. All right. Oh, this is like public speaking. This is the 3rd house. Big time. All right. This picks up from last summer and until April 2028. So keep that in mind. And yeah, Neptune's already here. Remember, Neptune moved into Aries January 26th. Yeah. 2 days before the big day, my birthday. But you're going to feel these energies merge now and build. I mean, it's a 7-day countdown. We'll talk about this more in your weekly forecast, but there's just so much I want to tell you now. One other thing is that you will likely, let's flip it. So, I cut my hand. Remember, I got 3 more weeks, yeah, of the vortex of aspects that I've been experiencing since July. Yeah. Well, I'd say more August is when it hit. And that does include surprises every morning, like cutting your hand on glass. Anyway, every day. Here's the other thing. And by the way, I want you to get excited. Saturn leaving your 2nd house, where you were being tested with finances for the past 2.5 years. Yeah. Anyway, February 16th to the 22nd is the strongest concentration of energy. All right. Yeah, you see, you got a square here, the sun in your sign, square Uranus and Taurus on Sunday, February 16th. And honestly, you're already feeling the eclipse in your sign. Yeah. And you're probably, again, I don't mind this one. You could just feel a little bit restless. This is just good old fashioned stimulation, but a lot of energy around home and family. Like you're ready to evolve. There's that also inner rebel in you that wants to show the world who you are. This is you being the change. Okay. There could be some shakeups in friendships too, by the way, and finances. Now, same day, Mercury will trine Jupiter. Yeah. We didn't see Jupiter at all last month in January. So Jupiter exalted in Cancer, but this is at 15 degrees. Mercury and Pisces trine Jupiter in Cancer. That's Jupiter's degree of exaltation, his strongest point. He's already exalted. This is like the pinnacle of perfection and protection. This is great. This is really great. So there may be some talks around money, new work that you may be receiving. There may be some changes with colleagues, employees, and things like that. But expansion, right? That's Jupiter. Even like it's Mercury involved. So opening your mind, expanding your horizons, maybe even your dreams here. You could hear good news, maybe even very likely make an announcement. But Jupiter and Cancer in your sixth, there is a focus on not only work, but also health. Yeah. So you could decide to take up yoga and maybe even teach it, right? So a lot that's possible here. Now, happening at the same time, Monday, February 17th. And listen, this may be the most meaningful day of the month, all right? Especially for you. I mean, you may have a big moment of clarity, right? The new moon solar eclipse in your sign, 29 degrees. This just happens to be the official day of the fire horse. Yeah, the kickoff of the fire horse here, which I talk a lot about. So I think I did in the last, my top 10 predictions for 2026, if you want to. All right. Anyway, I'll leave it out of this video. Think about the last 2 weeks of January. Yeah. And it's so funny because I'm looking at the date and I'm like, well, a lot of y'all, if you're watching this now, you may be in it. All right. So the last 2 weeks of January, all those conjunctions, okay, we talked about in your last week's reading, that surge of energy, all those Pluto conjunctions. I mean, it really brought you to this moment. And now you're just having a radical leap forward. I mean, this is at 29 degrees. This is a true ending and beginning, all right? That anaretic degree. Eclipses, again, they bring change, but this one also happens to square Uranus, all right? Expect change. And again, you be the change, right? So this is going to bring a whole new everything approach to things, new beginning, new aspirations for your future. This is carrying you also a year and a half. This is a strong eclipse, and eclipses are just more powerful. The thing is, you know the North Node's moving into your sign, all right, this summer. And so bear that in mind. You're about to, like, you're one of the signs that's up there on the list in terms of the changes that you're going through this year. Wow. All right. And the other thing is, it looks like a lot of y'all are building communities or interacting with new communities, new friends, maybe new audiences as well, especially with your third house so strongly, activated. And this is a collective awakening as well. All right. And just for you, Aquarius, I want you to think about what happened for you February 15th, 2018, and the months that followed. Yeah, give it 6 months. Yeah, 3 to 6 months. That's the last time we had a solar eclipse in your sign. And it was about the same degree. I remember Aquarius energy is just revolutionary. This, with all the other aspects happening at the same time, there is a little sense of urgency, a bit of like now or never. Okay. So it may, again, feel like there's this big wake up call that you feel that feels destined. because the same day Venus will conjunct the North Node at 8 degrees. So eclipses already have an element of karma, right? As do the nodes of fate, as does Saturn in Aries. So there is this convergence of aspects and just alignments where there's something fated, this destiny portal opening up for you. And again, this is just one of 3, conjunctions with the North Node, evenly spread out throughout the month, as if carefully placed, especially. Remember, Venus in Pisces, exalted, deep, very spiritual. You could receive some downloads, huge epiphanies here. There could be some, it feels like there's a big confidence boost. Something may happen, like where you get out a boombox and, like that movie from the 80s. But there's just something here that feels like this rising up. And also, again, a lot of focus on money and finances, self-worth, self-value as well. So keep that in mind. You may be getting something, but something just might click too about your path forward. Now, the other thing is that and yes, it's Venus. So also like love and creative projects and, all right. But it really is like, this is your eclipse. This is your eclipse. Things are about to change. And just like any other aspect, some things may happen on the day. Every Aquarius is different, right? You have different rising signs. You're all different. But some things you may just see kind of, build up the next few weeks. Now, we move into Pisces season. So really big emphasis on money. Yeah. Tuesday, February 18th. And then we have a stellium with Venus and Mercury here. And then just all these North Node conjunctions in Pisces, you're going to feel pulled in a certain direction. And especially with groups, yeah? Maybe there is this connection you feel with like a certain group or organization, greatawakener.com. We have a great community. It's a lot of Aquarians, a lot of Aquarius moons, by the way. But there is going to be focus on finances. Now, Thursday, February 20th, it gets its own color. Saturn conjunct Neptune, 0 degrees Aries. Here it is. All right. The Great Reset. Also called, the Great Collapse. And that's because Saturn, yes, can turn your dreams into reality. Neptune can make it all feel magical. But if you don't put in the work, remember Saturn, you don't put in the work, you might get lost in Neptune's delusion, fantasy, right? Saturn could give you like really big reality checks. Neptune could leave you in its fog. So we'll talk about this. Oh, I mean, I would watch the video. It's a 6.5 hour video. Like there's a lot there. But anyway, Saturn builds and Neptune dissolves. They couldn't be like any more opposite from each other. But they're in Aries, okay? The I am, right? So it's you. You decide how they work together. You decide how this works. You decide what stays, what goes, right? And you're doing everything right when you feel that divine, heroic commitment to something that you feel called to. You earn that title of spiritual warrior, right? But here's the thing. You're going to have to be willing to trust in the unknown, okay? We've never had this. Yeah, it's coming after your eclipse. Eclipses are game changers, can put you on completely different paths. Yeah. So we'll talk about, when we get to your weekly forecast. And then Saturday, just to let you know, that is February 22nd, we got Venus in Pisces, trine Jupiter in Cancer, 15 degrees. This would be the best, luckiest aspect of the month. And honestly, one of the year. It's up there. One of the year, one of the top aspects, luckiest aspects of the year, because you've got an exalted Venus in Pisces, trine an exalted Jupiter in Cancer at its degree of exaltation, but also Jupiter rules Pisces. Also, trines are the nature of Jupiter. Also, these are the two benefics. I mean, these two brightest planets in the sky, giving you this big gift. All right. Big gift from the universe. This is abundance and optimism and expansion. It's like you're at one with everything at this point after that eclipse in your sign. And this is the big picture. Again, a lot of emphasis on, your daily activities and work, as well as health matters, self-improvement. There could be something here. Again, work and money are the biggest thing here. But there's also, again, like I said, material possession, self-worth, self-value. I would pay attention to food, by the way. I know. It feels random, but it's not. I mean, the second house says rule food. You've got Jupiter and Cancer in your 6th. That's Virgo's home, right? That's why it is health care, yeah, as well as, Virgo rules the digestive system. So just be mindful there. But it's a great aspect. It's like you're going to have an indulgent meal. Like, this is really nice. Anyway, February 24th, not on the whiteboard, but I just wanted to highlight this for you. You do have a first quarter moon in Gemini. You're going to be stimulated. You're going to be having a lot of conversations, okay? You might feel a little bit restless with everything that's happening, but Gemini rules your 5th house of, joy and pleasure. It's like right here with Venus trine Jupiter, okay? And romance and sex. It's a 5th house. A lot of y'all are going to have babies. Congratulations. It's procreation, 5th house, and all creative projects. Now, Thursday, February 26th, Mercury does go retrograde. Keep that in mind. All right? And yeah, Mercury's detriment in Pisces. So coming after all of this, it does sort of amplify that fogginess and confusion. When you're in a pool and you're like underwater and you look up and it's just like, it might feel like that, okay? And yes, it's Mercury retrograde. You can expect the delays and the tech glitches and miscommunication, all of that. So remember, Mercury retrogrades work in your benefit when you slow down, when you revisit, revise, review, reassess, reevaluate everything. Yeah. Especially with your finances. It looks like there's some changes that are going to be happening. Yeah. And so it is in your 2nd. And then Friday, February 27th, you've got the Sun conjunct the North Node and Pisces with Mars square Uranus. So this is an interesting day. Very interesting. It's like destiny meets disruption. But it is, I like the Sun conjunct the North Node in Pisces for you. It's like, that is so spiritual. That is like you feeling like you're walking on water in another dimension, off planet, in a cartoon. Like, this is like, but it's also at the same time, like, it's the Sun with the North Node. It's like you just discovered your path to enlightenment. You're right where you need to be, okay? But also, you've got Mars square Uranus, all right? And Mars is in your sign, square Uranus and Taurus. So there may, again, be something here, home, family. It's, the foundations of your life. But I honestly, you've just got to use it right. Yeah. You always want to use these aspects. Don't let them use you. I always say that. And this is a great way. I mean, Mars is like a spear. Yeah. Mars is the god warrior. And Uranus, again, can be chaos and breakdowns. While Mercury's retrograde, so be very mindful when you get to the end of the month. All right. Can be a little impatience and whatnot, but Mars being physicality, use this, okay? This is great to exert energy, go on a spontaneous jog, go, do some weed whacking in your garden, go to a Clay Aiken concert, just do, just move, but you are likely going to have personal breakthroughs around this time. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you. Yeah, Aquarius for February 2026. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Aquarius, I I mean, this is a month. This is a month. You see what's happening, and again, not even every. We got a lot to talk about. And happy birthday! I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Offers the best overview, especially for a monthly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, oh yeah, you know that we will. Aquarius, I hope that what y'all do for your birthday? What y'all do? If you did, what are you gonna do? I mean, there's gonna be some big relationship moments too. All right. Oh, there's so much I want to tell you. Okay, let's do it. Let's. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to expect some change. You're gonna just the more that you prepare for it, it's like Mercury retrograde, right? I say this all the time. When you know Mercury retrograde is gonna happen, when you mentally prepare for that, then it's easy. When you give yourself that room of saying, okay, my flight to you know Kansas may be a little bit delayed. There is a possibility. Okay. So you give yourself that, right? It makes everything easier. Maybe there's some important emails that I'm expecting Mercury's retrograde. Maybe, they'll get lost in the ether. So I'll follow up on that. But anyway, I'm saying that because you see what's going on here, right? It's going to be a month. You're going to have to shake things up. All right? It's so interesting with all this calm, all the blue that you see, right? And then, all right, so you got the Two of Swords. Yeah. You got it. Yeah. You got to take off that blindfold. You have to. It's time. There's going to be some truth that you're going to have to face. There may be some things that it feels like you're holding something in. It feels like that you're not really, there's something that's just sitting within you. I would let it out. All right. And if something's not working, look at that. Her back is turned to the sea, to the moon, intuition, emotions. There's something here where you have to go within. All right. But remember, I said there are going to be some dates where you're going to feel a little restless, and there's a lot of aspects that we've never experienced. And also, I mean, do you watch my live streams about, just circumstances? But hold on, let me just see something here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. These swords are going to get heavy. So there is a little bit of like urgency here. Okay. Because what you hold in, it's not going to serve you well. There's something that you have to see for what it is. And it looks like there's a decision that you may have to make. And it looks like there's also something here that has to do with you. It almost feels like you're resisting something. Okay. You have the Tower in your Challenger. I mean, no. And the heart of your spread, which is... And it's a monthly forecast. So there's going to be changes, a lot, that you need to adapt to. All right. But here's the thing. Remember, I said be the change. Yeah. When Uranus goes direct, you're going to feel that as soon as the month begins. In fact, the full moon in Leo, you're going to feel as soon as the month begins. And we'll go through some of the Chiron aspects. Yeah. But because all the planets that's going to interact with Chiron are in your sign. So a lot of healing. Yeah. So the Tower, it's actually, remember, it doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. What comes after the Tower, the Star, your card. That's when you get to be your authentic self. That's when you do that healing. That's when you feel free. That's when So anyway, the Tower attributed to the planet Mars. Mars is in your sign all month. Okay. So again, you be the change. You be the change. You see the lightning strike here, Uranus, the like lightning.
right? So there may be a big change. As I said, I mean, you have an eclipse in your sign, but everything else that's happening, yeah. And then you have the King of Pentacles in your challenge area. It looks like there is something here that has to do with money, like I said. And two things. One, I would just be very mindful with how you're handling finances. It does seem like, here's the thing. I said earlier, Saturn is officially leaving, yeah, your second house of finances, where Saturn was testing you for 2.5 years when it came to money and finances. And so as of February 13th, he's gone. Yeah, he moves into the third house, but you still have all that energy there with the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and the North Node conjunctions in Pisces in your second house of money. And so it's not really about being tested at this point. It's more about how are you going to handle these aspects after everything that you've learned. Yeah. So there is this sense of ownership. You even see his hand over the pentacle, not under it, over it, owning it, confidence, right? Second thing, it does feel like there is someone that might be, I mean, y'all are going to have to really talk. Okay? And it can be an authority. It can be like a parent. It can be a partner. It does feel more home related, but you've got all that sixth house activity. All right. Now, you do have that Page of Wands. Great. You have the Three of Cups. Great. Yeah. You got ideas. You're dreaming about the things that you want. You want that change. Okay? You want it. It's clear as day here. Pages bring in that fresh new energy. You're ready for it. And this is the month that you're going to have it. You want it. There's the card of celebration. There's a card of, look how free they are, right? The Three of Cups. And then remember, you have a lot of aspects that involve a lot of other people and how you resonate with that relationship. It can be friendship, colleagues, partner, things like that. It's all about you. There's still, again, 5 planets in your sign. They're going to be leaving one by one. But then we get to the eclipse in your sign. We have those squares with there's a lot that you're going to experience this month. But at the end of the day, with the Three of Cups, this feel good card, I'm in good company. Remember, I said y'all going to have a good meal, right? With all this Pisces stuff. Anyway, that's what you want to, really embrace this month, this idea of this celebration. There's something that's ending in my life and I'm moving in this new direction. 3 is a vibration of the Empress, okay? Creation, all right? So there's new and something's ending for something new. You have the 4 Cups in your future, okay? So you see what's happening across your cross. There can be something here if you don't move with your next step in your dreams and the things that you want for yourself, and you're holding things in and you're not communicating. Yeah, there may be some events that leave you in a place where you're not satisfied, where you feel, a little bit like, meh. 4 Cups is highly associated with like apathy and boredom, as well as just not being content. And so that's why I always say the 4 Cups is like raising your frequency. It's a card of like having that gratitude. Okay. We're talking about high frequencies here. I say it all the time, vibrate at a high frequency. And what would that be? It would be love. Yeah. The highest frequency, compassion and gratitude and empathy, all of that, everything that Pisces represents. So you have all of that energy that you're going to feel. So there is something here that it does seem like more circumstantial, but remember, you be the change. Yeah. That tower, when it falls, you can see. Okay. If you're refusing to see something, or if there's something that you feel stuck in, and can't figure your way out, this is about a blessing in disguise. But you have to see it as one. Okay? I'll even clarify that of 4 cups for you. Okay? There you go. Page of Swords. Wow. All this blue. And there's this like calm around the storm. But anyway, Page of Swords, that's a fresh new way of thinking. That's this enthusiasm. Like, all right, ready to go. I'm ready to go. And he's restless. He's just like, I want to learn. I want to do things. I want to use my sword. I want to, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's great. And by the way, the Page of Swords is a messenger. Again, it feels like there's something that excites you on the other end of that 4 cups that you could be communicating, that you can be like, everybody sit down for this. I got a big announcement, right? So I love it. It's a very new way of thinking. And when Saturn and Neptune move into your 3rd house, remember the 3rd house is the mind. Yep. Let's get to your stuff. Aquarius. Team Aquarius, we're in this together. You know that. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, share, hype. I think I don't know. That's it. Oh, leave comments though. Tell me what's going on. Whoa. Yeah. So, and remember, a lot y'all are the leaders of this new era. You know that. Pluto's in your sign. Pluto is in your sign. 18 and a half years now. Okay? And you got a megaphone with Saturn and Neptune and Aries in your 3rd. You know I love y'all. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, you're gonna be fine. Look, again, there you go. This is your affirmation that was meant for you. You got the Magician. There you go. Go do you. Go do you. Go plant those seeds. Make things happen. Take action. The Magician is an active card. Yeah. It's all about putting your intentions out there, putting wheels in motion. He's got all the tools he needs, all the, elements here. Okay? You get to choose. We have the freedom to choose, right? So you get to choose which direction your path is. You get to choose what you're going to do in this new world. Don't forget that, okay? Because with all that's happening in your 2nd house, remember what I said, self-worth, self-value. You could even say like self-belief. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that everything is going to be happening for you. You got the Queen of Cups. Looks like there's someone that's on your side. Very nurturing energy here. Speaking of empathy and nurturing, compassion, that's the Queen of Cups. So it seems like there's someone that will be opening doors for you or being there for you. It's really, really nice. And the Queen of Cups is just really intuitive energy as well. So there could be someone that really gives you like sage advice, but she brings that comfort. Yeah, she brings that comfort. It does seem like, and look at her just gazing into her chalice like it's a crystal ball, right? When I say she's intuitive, her feet in the water being emotions and feelings, but also intuition. She's basically telepathic. Listen to her, okay? Listen to her. She's Cancer, by the way. It could be Cancer, Cancer rising, Cancer moon. You got the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, you want something new. Look at that. You want something new really bad. Do it. Okay? This is, again, blessing in disguise for you. And this is working with others. This is a sense of community. But this is just really, again, 3, right? Creation. But it's also advancement and development and maturation. It's the 3 of Pentacles. There's something that you want to build for the long term. And then you've got the World in your final outcome. Welcome to your new world, right? Well, welcome to your new world. Everything's ending. Like I said, you're at the end. This is it. And the Fool's journey, right? The major arcana. Be proud of yourself. Look at the dancing figure. She's dancing for a reason. You made it. And everything is about to change. Everything. Okay, you're even here in the four fixed signs. Like, yeah, there you go. And you can even see in the the wreath here, the ribbons shaped as the Ouroboros. Yeah, unity of all things. I mean, this is just a new cycle that you're about to move into, and no, yeah. So very interesting that the world is attributed to the planet Saturn, and of course Saturn is conjuncting Neptune. But yeah, let's break it down week by week. Aquarius, the first week of February, you got that full moon right away. Yeah, we'll talk about it next week. Just one thing I'll tell you, the day after that full moon, and one of the reasons why I feel like you're just gonna have really big moments to heal is February 2nd, Mercury in your sign will sextile Chiron in Aries. And this is going to be the first of 4 sextiles to Chiron. And then all those aspects, remember, will be with planets in your sign. And Chiron being the wounded healer, this is healing old wounds, clearing out, emotional, even like subconscious, deeply subconscious, like wounds, like unrooting them. So, again, this is when Saturn Neptune conjunction, it's the change that's happening is non-negotiable. And like I said, it's just so interesting, all the aspects placed throughout the month where you've got all these aspects asking you to heal everything to become that spiritual warrior this month. All right. And yeah, this is with Mercury in your sign. All right. So sextile Chiron and Aries in your third, where Saturn and Neptune are about to conjunct. So again, very interesting, as if the universe is conscious or something. It is. Again, just clearing the decks here for that Saturn Neptune conjunction. All right. And the healing here will be cathartic. It's sextile is a positive aspect. It's this, gives you this opportunity to heal. Okay. So this is healing words. It's Mercury having honest and deep conversations, speaking what was bottled up inside. Yeah, swords are the mental suit, communication, and there you go. All right, so use this. Now Uranus will go direct, and then we've got a lot more aspects. Every aspect basically will be in your sign. And then Mercury moves into Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you the first week. Yeah. Of February. There you go. There you go. You got justice. Okay. That's all about truth. That's all about true perception as well. Remember, there is a sense of that honesty, being honest with yourself, especially throughout the month. Especially remember the first week where you got 5 planets still in your sign, including Pluto. But these are 2 Libra cards. Yeah. Justice attributed to Libra. 2 of Swords attributed to Libra, Moon in Libra. In fact, that would be your 9th house. That's what Libra rules, which is you and your beliefs and your worldview. Very interesting, right? Because it's inner wisdom, it's your philosophies, but the 9th house also rules law and the courts and legal matters. So there may be something here that first week. Yeah. But yeah, justice will be served if you use that sword. Okay. Now, second week, you got Venus square Uranus. Then Venus leaves your sign, moves into Pisces. You've got so many other aspects. You got Mercury conjunct North Node at that time, so there could be some fated message, right, or conversation that you receive. But anyway, Saturn then moves into Aries. Let's see. That's those are big. Those are big. Let's see what's going on for you this second week. Aquarius for February. Oh, you got the moon. So very interesting because the moon in tarot is attributed to Pisces. And so you see that everything's already moving out of your sign into Pisces. And there's just, it feels like unresolved things up here. The moon does represent the subconscious. And we will actually have the moon in Capricorn on 13th, 14th, 15th. So like Valentine's Day. Yeah. And Capricorn rules your 12th house of the subconscious. So there still may be some things that you're exploring, you're going deep, but it's like we're really going to have to face some things and trust your intuition through the whole process. Yeah. It's got to be a big month. You're going to have a big month. We're going to have a big month. All right? And also with the moon, it's going to be time to really go deep. Like as in doing some shadow work. And one of the reasons why is, yes, there's plenty of conjunctions with the North Node. But like I said, that will bring in that South Node in Virgo. That's your 8th house. And that's karmic release. And the 8th house is, transformation. It's death and rebirth. And it's all about your shadow side. So doing some shadow work, letting things go. We'll talk about it when we get to it. All right. The third week. Whoa, yeah, you've got the Sun square Uranus, Mercury trine Jupiter, the eclipse in your sign, Venus conjunct the North Node. We move into Pisces season. We have the Saturn Neptune conjunction. There's so much. Venus trine Jupiter. There's so much that third week. Let's see. You, 9 of Wands. All right. So yeah, hang in there. You're going to be fine. You got another very interesting. Let me just see how many. Yeah. It feels like a very emotional month for you because you have the Two of Swords attributed to Moon in Libra. Okay. 4 of Cups attributed to Moon in Cancer. You got the actual Moon card. Now you have 9 of Wands, Moon in Sagittarius. So it is a new moon solar eclipse. You do feel a lot of you are going to the energies of that so strong. You may feel it like, as soon as the month begins. Like, so keep that in mind. You may have some big emotional moments. So it's good to really trust your own emotions and intuition and the people that you need in your life because, there's a lot of that supportive energy. But 9 of Wands is it's saying, you're good. Don't give up. You've been hanging in there and you're going to be fine. Don't let anyone take anything that you worked hard for. Yeah. You're going to be fine. But ask yourself, is there something that you do need to let go? Are you fighting hard for something that it's time? Okay. I'll clarify that. And well, let's see. Yeah, and then you got the 8 of Wands. So when we get to the third week, it's going to be a big week. Last week is Mercury going retrograde. You have the North Node and the Sun, and then Mars square Uranus. And just so you know, March 3rd, all right, that's when we have the lunar eclipse in Virgo. And as you know, I just told you that's your 8th house. Okay? It's Pluto ruled. Ruler of the underworld. That's why there's that depth there. And it has a lot to do with love and money and business partners and investments and your legacy, intimacy. And you're having all these little, moments with the South Node throughout the month. But let's see what's going on for you the last week of February. And it was all worth it. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. Wow. Look at that. It was all worth it. There's something amazing, something really beautiful waiting for you by the end of it all. Talk about that new world, that new path, that new everything, this new opportunity that is so emotionally moving, emotionally fulfilling. It's the Ace of Cups. It's the Holy Grail. We call this the heart of tarot. Yeah. And so this is like tears of joy, like something coming into your life that is just, I think about the last time something brought you so much joy where it brought you to tears. Yeah. Maybe it was the time that you got proposed to or had a baby, or you got your dream job. You're having another one. All right? This is amazing, okay? You're good. You're good. Just frequency, know that there may be some changes. Remember, it's better that you be the change. If something's not working, you do it. You're like, you got to burn it down, build it up. Phoenix rising from the ashes. Yeah? But diplomatically and, Anyway, Aquarius, y'all are amazing. Next week, we'll go deeper in the aspects. And again, the majority of the aspects you're part of. Oh, yeah. And tier 3 members, really good. And legendary members, do you know where to find the link for the bonus spread? And we'll look at career, we'll look at love, we'll look at money, everything. Your big message for the month. We'll use the Aquarian deck. Anyone's welcome to join. And if you like this reading, it'd be great if you subscribe, leave comments. This sun, I love it though. Let me know what's going on. All right. This is gonna be a big month. And happy birthday, Aquarius. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.